If you're watching this video, it can only mean one thing. You want to know whether you should dislike this video to oblivion for talking bad about Zenless Zone Zero. Well, this isn't one of those videos. It's a positive one, which is rare when it comes to Hoyo these days. I want to ask, why does no one talk about ZZZ? I'm hoping to give some thoughts and open a discussion with you, for good, I mean the viewers. If you ask me why I thought no one talked about this game a few months ago, I'd have said the usual responses. 1. It's a game full of Gooner bait. We've all seen Nicole, come on. 2. It's a little too goofy at the start.
Leave it to me!
And 3, and this is the big one, the TV system. However, now I'd say ZZZ is arguably the best state it's been in, Miyabi aside. So why does it seem not to be making waves? Because they aren't wuthering. Get it?
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Yeah, moving on. It's because of factors like wuthering waves. But before we get into that, I want to talk about what I think ZZZ excels in the most. It looks phenomenal. Truly, it does. There's no denying other games in the market look and feel smooth, but ZZZ is Michael Jackson when it comes to being smooth. From the fast-paced action and character swapping, to simply just walking around trying to find the next cat to pet, I think it is unmatched. And the more I played and advanced in ZZZ, the more I came to appreciate the character models. No, not for that reason. And what better way to appreciate how good they look than combat with so much going on, it might end up being the new face of Reddit stories. In my opinion, ZZZ is excellent at filtering so many people. Or if you'd prefer, you can say tourists. In fact, I'd 100% call myself a tourist when it comes to ZZZ, and that's okay. Being a tourist isn't the insult some corners of the gacha sphere would have you believe. These games aren't meant to be played at the try-hard level. I'm not going to spend all my free time grinding ZZZ for 6 weeks waiting for the next patch, but rather, I spend the 1 to 2 weeks of playing the patch by having a ton of fun. What more can you ask for? Not a refund, that's for sure.
Sorry, absolutely no refunds. Hey, hold on here, what's the big idea? Oh.
To expand on the filtering point, look at what ZZZ has. Gouda trailers.
Then what are we waiting for? Okay? You guys ready? Let's go!
Parade rock memes.
3, 2, 1, fire! Furnace, go!
Slick gunbatted gameplay. And a story focused on characters rather than an end-of-the-world crisis that must be solved by doing everything but the main quest.
A real beast, huh? This is Bellabog's leader?
Now, I'll admit, at the time of writing, I'm not super far into ZZZ's story, so maybe I'm wrong about everything. I love the exploration, or dare I say, lack thereof. There are too many games nowadays that are open world, and there is even more on the horizon. It's nice to have everything self-contained. I don't want to fast travel halfway across the map when I could simply walk down the road. I love the Persona games, so maybe that's my bias creeping in. It also helps the story move along nicely too. It's mostly just, go talk to Belle. And more often than not, she's in the next room. That's not to say the story isn't long. It is, but it doesn't feel like it. And the presentation is immaculate. Honkai Star Rail could learn a thing or two about how to keep an audience interested. Like I said, I'm not super fan into the story, so my knowledge here is lacking. But from what I've seen, it's Hoyo's best story. At least in terms of being fun for the player. But this is my opinion. You can say Genshin has a far superior story, told in the best way, and it's okay to be wrong.
Shut it, Paimon.
What I do have experience with, however, is the combat. And why is that? Because I can't get enough of it. It's everything you could hope it could be, and I'm confident in saying everyone will agree. In fact, I'm so confident in ZZZ's combat, I'm not even going to say anything about it. I'll let you decide whether this looks good or not.
Got your back.
I know, I play that almost perfectly, thank you for saying so. It's not as grandiose as, say, Wolverine Waves combat, but there's no denying it fills the criteria for fun, slick, and hard-hitting. What do I mean by grandiose, you ask? Well, in Wolverine Waves, every skill or ultimate is a spectacle. In my opinion, they are the best in the market, and ZZZ feels a little too tame. Now that is not a bad thing before you get your pitchforks ready. Being compared to Wolverine Waves is already pretty damn good praise. And the fact the first thing that comes to my mind is, I wish the swapping in Woo felt as good as it does in ZZZ. What more could I say? I'm not going to lie to you. The UI confuses me. Not because it's impossible to navigate, okay, maybe a little, but it's because I haven't been bothered to learn it. This is where I hopefully make a good point now for the first time this video. Being autistic. Oh my god, he brought it up again. Yeah, I know, real shocker, but this is serious. With my special brand of autism, I have a hard time sometimes understanding how things new and foreign to me work. I took one look at the UI and the main menu and decided there and then, nah, not today. And now here I am months later wondering how to check missions. I'd like it if it was clearer on some aspects. Seriously, where are the missions? But honestly, I kinda like the exploring to find out where to go, especially because I don't have to go out of my way to explore. I'm admittedly not that good at serious discussion videos. If you've seen my other videos, I mostly say goofy stuff and occasionally it makes sense. But I wanted to try with this Zenless Zone Zero video, because I want to give the game, and by extent the community, the respect it deserves. I would say ZZZ feels even better now than it did at launch. Miyabi being a huge power creep red flag aside, I feel joy loading it up, and knowing the community is excited for more people to play. If you take one thing away from this video, hopefully it's this. Zenless Zone Zero is the best Hoyo game out there. The game was rough at launch. It truly was. It had the worst issues, in fact. The TV system slowed the momentum that the game wanted to go at by being slow. Combat was clunky, with only one ult per team instead of per character like we have now. And the biggest factor, there was another alternative in Wolverine Waves that came out prior. Yes, they had issues too, but they were fixed faster and with more urgency than ZZZ was. That's just how it is. Luck played a huge factor. Fast forward to now, however, and ZZZ is arguably one of the best catchers out there. Maybe it's a good thing people aren't talking about Zenless Zone Zero. It might escape the classic Hoyo treatment of being ruined by terrible monetization decisions. And I hope if it ever went down that path, people would speak up about it, because ZZZ deserves all the praise it currently receives, and more. Please Hoyoverse, don't ruin this. Hey, thanks for making it to the end. I appreciate you for doing so, and I hope you have a great time doing whatever it is you're doing. Hopefully liking, commenting, subscribing. I hope you liked the video, and like I always say, stay refreshing.